Hi Stitchy friends, my name is Molly. I go by Molly McMaker here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and this is a channel about cross stitch. Today is Saturday, October 12th, and this is Flosstube number 8. I've been a little bit under the weather the last couple of days, so I'm hoping that I can make it through this. So here we go. I've got a few FFOs to show you that I am so excited about. I completed 3 things. Actually, I take that back. Let me start off with a few stats from my September final numbers. For September, I stitched for 27 days. I did 15,620 total stitches. I think that was one of my best months for the past year. I'll have to double check on that. I worked on 8 different projects and I finished 3 of them, and I'm going to show you those 3 now. The first FFO that I want to show you is called Hello from Liz Mathews. I stitched this from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I started it in October of 2022 and I finished it in December, the stitching in December of 2022. But I just now finally got around to the FFOing at the end of September, and here it is. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. She is so cute. So obviously I did a pillow finish. I just had some fabric in my stash. I got the rickrack, I think from like Joann's or something like that. And I did a little pillow finish. I did put some crushed walnuts in it to try to give it some weight. But then I did my seam at the bottom, and I think I should have probably done it on the side to put more of the walnut shells in it. But this is my first Halloween little pillow to go in my Halloween dough bowl. And I can't wait to get a ton of these finished and just fill it up with Halloween. So cute. I did carry some of my threads, and it's kind of, you can kind of see it if you look closely. But, you know, who's going to be looking that closely at it? And people that are pointing things out like that are not your true friends. So I'm not too worried about it, but I am gonna try not to do that next time because I can't see it there. But so cute. This was in the Punch Needle Primitive magazine, but I'm pretty sure that Liz Mathews has released this since then, and I believe this is my only Liz Mathews pattern that I own or anything that I've stitched. I really like her stuff, but I haven't stitched anything yet. However, I'll talk about the Jingle Ball later on, but she's got a class that I think I might be interested in taking. But little Halloween pillow finish. So cute. So my next FFO that I finished was Haunted House Trio by Waxing Moon Designs. In my last Flosstube, I had shown that I had finished all the stitching, and so I got it fully finished. And just some quick stats on this. I started it September 12th of 2024. No, that's the wrong one. I started this October 14th of 2022. I finished the stitching on September 20th of 2024, and then I FFO'd it on the 28th of September. And here is my finish. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I talked about this, I think, in several of my previous videos. So I had a different FFO on this before. I can take this off and just switch it out. I can also take this little guy off and switch it out. So the other FFO that I have finished is a patriotic stitch, and then I had some like flowers and a ribbon over here. So this is my next FFO. I wanted this up for the season. I love this little spider guy. He's so cute, and he looks like he's like holding it. Oh, so cute. I have finished stitching the winter to go on this finish, but I haven't FFO'd it, so I will be doing that later on this year. Probably so that I can have this out in December would be my plan. And then the last one that I have planned to stitch is like a springtime stitch. And I was really unsure what I wanted to do because there wasn't one set of 3 patterns that I was just like totally in love with from Waxing Moon Designs. So after I can't remember if it was after I stitched this or after I FFO'd it, but I was so like excited about it and wanted to figure out what I wanted to do for spring that I pulled all my charts and I recharted kind of like a springtime stitch for this for next year. So I definitely want to start that. But I used like one house for from spring and I think a couple from summer, and then I pulled a tree from another project, and then I used the bunting from like the Easter one. I pulled a lot of things together for the springtime, so I'm really excited to start that. But anywho, this is my Halloween, and I'm so glad it's finished and up, and it's been displayed since the beginning of October for all of spooky season so far, and I'm so glad it is. We have Waxing Moon Designs. This is stitched on, I totally forgot about the other one. This is stitched on, I didn't even write the notes down. 16 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. I kind of used my own, conversion. I used some fancy floss. I used some DMC when I thought it was necessary. I added some extra bats because I wanted it all to be together. And yeah, just made it work. So cute. Love it so much. And then my last FFO that I did in the last 2 weeks is Halloween Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I started it September 12th of this year. I finished the stitching on the 27th, and then I fully finished it on the 29th. And here she is. Oh my gosh, I love these spools so much. Okay, here, let me see if I can twist so that we can get the full effect of the stitching. This is stitched on 36 count doubloon by Picture This Plus. I did use the glow-in-the-dark DMC thread for the ghost, and all of the white stitching on this, but I absolutely love these spool finishes. They are so stinking adorable. I cannot wait to get a, monthly holiday themed finish for every single month so that I can have those on my spool. I've already finished a few of them. I've got many more planned for next year. And my goal is to have all of the spools finished by next year that I want to stitch. I don't have a stitch plan for every single month just yet, but for most months, some of them might go over a couple of months, so we'll have to see what kinds of things they come out, see if I can come up with any ideas on my own. But I just absolutely love these spools. Oh, that's so cute. I used the finishing instructions from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. Excuse me. I used the finishing instructions from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch on how she did these little ties for the buttons and the little elastic. It's not difficult. And then the little trim, I mean, it's so stinking cute. I love it so much. The spool is from Colorado Cross Stitcher. Her husband, Pete's Biscornu, makes these spools. The spools, I know, are not cheap, but I have seen them do a sale here and there. I can't remember how much it was. It was maybe only like 10 or 20%, but hey, something. And then, you know, I'm gonna be switching it out every single month. It's gonna be on display. I love that it holds my little scissors, so I think it's totally worth it. Love it so much. And I think I got some water damage on the bottom of mine because it sat on the table, but was that upside down? That was ooh. So Pete's Biscornu. But there we go. This is my Halloween Tiny Town finish, and I love her so much. She is just so adorable. Next up, I want to talk about the whips that I worked on in the last 2 weeks. And first up is Newcastle Biscornu from Teresa Kogut. I am stitching this on 40 count doubloon from Picture This Plus. I only stitched on this for 2 days, but I did 881 stitches in those days, and I feel like I got a ton of progress. And here she is. Oh, it looks so good. Sorry about my hanging thread. I stopped in the middle of a thread. But I think the last time I showed it, I can't even remember. Again, I'm still recovering from my sickness, but I think I had some of the first little moth, but maybe not a ton. So I wanted to finish that off. I wanted to get this next one going. I was a little nervous to be stitching on the 40 count because this is my only project on 40 count, and this might be my only fabric that I own in 40 count. But I did really enjoy it. It wasn't, once I kind of got going, it wasn't as scary as I thought, and I really liked the coverage of the one strand on the 40 count, as opposed to, I have been stitching on some other things that are in 36 that are also one strand, and the coverage just isn't as great. So I might be like trying my hand at a few more 40 count things and just seeing how that goes. But this is Teresa Kogut, Newcastle Biscornu, and there she is. I'm excited to get some more stitches on it this in these next coming weeks. I do plan to pull this out again to get some more stitches, but she is lovely. I also got a new project bag. Previously, this project was just in one of my Amazon plastic bags, but I got a new project bag. This is from Painted Leaf Co. And I have a ton, I have a mountain of fabric. And I have like 10 different project bag idea combinations of fabrics that I would like to purchase, but I don't really have a lot of fall things. I do have a couple of Halloween things and some more Halloween things that I want to make, but not really like just fall, and this feels like fall. So I wanted a fall themed bag. So of course I really love the matching little Small Notions guy, and so I got that. They're both made the same. They're super cute. I really like the interfacing that she uses. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I really like the thickness of these project bags. And they're really well made. They have a cute little zipper that I have kind of messed up. All right, there we go. They've got a cute little zipper. But anyways, Painted Leaf Co. The next project that I wanted to talk about is Mary Morgan's by Fox and Rabbit Designs. I am stitching this on 32 count Nor'easter from LFA Linens. I stitched on this for 4 days for 2,335 stitches. My goal is to do 2,200 stitches a month, so I made that goal. And this is my progress. Ooh, this is not so... Okay, so I stitched on these letters over here to get my 2,200 stitches. I think I stitched the rest of these lines and the rest of the letters. So my alphabet is complete. I added a couple of letters. Tiger Lily, Carrie from Tiger Lily Designs stitched this as well a year or two ago, and she added some letters and she charted them out. So I followed her instructions on those extra letters because I wanted my letters to be a full alphabet. I did kind of shift over my alphabet a little bit to the left so that I would have enough room over here to put the little motifs that are at the end. The bottom one has like a bigger motif, but because I have more space up here, I think I'm gonna invert them. But we'll do that next time. So I think I'll add those and then start working down on my border and keep making progress on Mary Morgan's. I'm hoping to finish her by my next birthday, which is in July. And then I have another birthday start that I haven't been working on, but it is not as many stitches as this one. And so I think I can hopefully make that up in the springtime. Also, it feels a little bit more springy. So hoping to get both of those birthday starts completed by my next birthday. So then I'll just have one birthday whip to work on. But this is Miss Mary, and I love her so much. Can't wait to stitch on her again next month. So sad she has to be put away. But I have too many other goals. The next project that I worked on is Dark Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I am stitching this on 32 count Nightshade by Under the Sea Fabrics. I stitched on this for 3 days for a total of 1,360 stitches, and this is where she is now. So I believe the last time I talked about this, I had started on this section over here, which is section number 4, this little tree trunk area, but I hadn't quite completed it last month. So I went ahead and completed that. I did eliminate some stitches. There is kind of this stitched area that goes straight up, and somewhat connects to some of the things going towards the top of the design, but I just really don't think they're necessary. So I'm not going to stitch those and just see how it goes. But I'm really enjoying stitching on this. I did not want to put it down. So I completed the section 4 area, and I think the total, I can't remember if the total area was 3,600 stitches, including the area that I eliminated or not. But, you know, these are pretty hefty stitching quantities per section, which this was a stitch along, so these came out monthly. So it's a pretty hefty amount of stitching each month to keep up. I would like to bring it out again this month and start working on this side over here. This section, I do believe, either only has like 2,000 or 2,500 stitches. So that's a much more reasonable amount to accomplish. But I always have hefty goals for everything that I want to stitch on. So we'll just kind of see if I'm able to pull it out again. But I do really enjoy stitching on this every time I've pulled it out. And I enjoy seeing the progress. And if I don't pull it out by the end of this month, I'm absolutely have plans to pull it out in November. So this is Dark Queen of the Earth. The next WIP that I wanted to talk about is Halloween Snail by the Stitch Crypt. I am stitching this on 32 count flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit Designs. I've stitched on this for 5 days for 738 stitches. This is a project that I have been taking to work, and so I pull it out on my lunch break and kind of get a few stitches in, maybe a few stitches here and there if I have a meeting that I can't multitask on. But anyways, so I've worked on it for several days but haven't really gotten a whole ton of progress in there. But this is Halloween Snail so far. He's so cute. I'm stitching this with a friend of mine. We have a Sal called #Halloween Snail X Stitch. I will put it down in the description and probably up on the screen. So I think I was working on filling in the snail and I got all my fill-in done. And then now I'm just kind of working on the little motifs outside of the snail. And so yeah, he is so cute. I would love to have this finished by Halloween. We'll see if that happens, because I do have a few new starts that I also wanted to do. So we'll see what happens, but this is Halloween Snail. If you are stitching on Halloween Snail and you want to join our SAL, please use the hashtag on Instagram so I can see everybody else who's stitching on the snail. So the next project that I wanted to talk about is a new start. It's called Halloween Doodles by Heart and Hand Designs. I am stitching mine on a scrap of 32 count vintage mocha. I've stitched on this for 2 days and completed 554 stitches. And this is my progress. Oh, it's so stinking adorable. I'm just using a scrap. I did kind of use my hoop without the little extra pieces of fabric, but I was having trouble getting it really taut, so I just added a few scrap pieces. I'm planning to finish this in a pillow finish so that it can sit next to my Boo pillow in my empty little dough bowl with just the one pillow. So he needs some friends. I'm using mostly the called for, but I am kind of just pulling from stash. I did make a little change. This cauldron had some things like bubbling over, and I think the called for was like, I don't know, it just looked like a drab brown or drab greeny, which I guess that's kind of like on point, but I didn't have that color, and I believe that was the only place that it was used. And I'm pretty sure I used that pink. The pink color is called for somewhere else, and I thought it would just be cuter as pink. But there is like a little smoke that I'm not exactly sure what color I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it that pink. In the chart, there are 2 different colors, but then there's like a skeleton right above it, so I can't make it white because then that would blend in with the skeleton. So I don't know. I'll just have to figure that one out. Maybe it'll be like a gray or something, but I don't know if there's any grays. Anywho, This is my new start on the Halloween Doodles, and she's really cute. Once I finish this, I am planning to start Fun Guy from Satsuma Street. And then after that, I'm hoping to start Hildeboo and Sunflowers too from With Thy Needle and Thread. I have been watching Jen's Fiber Web. She is starting a new start every single day, and golly, that seems I am overwhelmed by starting 3 new things in October, and she is starting 31 new things. So kudos to her. I love seeing her progress on that. I'll link her down below. If you don't subscribe or haven't seen, go check it out. It's wonderful, especially if you love Halloween starts or Halloween stitching. The last whip that I wanted to talk about today is Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain by Kathy Barrick. I am stitching this on 36 count Light Mocha. I only stitched on this one day in the last couple of in the last 2 weeks for 528 stitches. And this is what she looks like now. Sorry for the hoop. I was working on it last night and I just got all of this like organized, and I'm probably going to stitch on it again today, and I just don't want to take it out of the hoop. So the last time you saw it, I believe I had most of the house finished, but I didn't have all of the roof. So I finished off the roof, and I really just did these dark black stitches down here at the bottom. So like, that's not super exciting. But I am excited to make some progress on this one. I do love it. So yeah, it's lovely. Some of the things that like are just not fun, that are the next things. Like we have like this sign up here that says like 1798, and then we have this like giant gate. So some of it seems a little daunting. I don't know. There are some little leaves down here. Those might be kind of fun. But there's going to be a lot of color changes, and that's not fun. So we'll see what I work on next. There is a lot of fun stuff like right here. So I might do that and then try to finish some of the border, because I really don't have all of the border done. But this is my progress on Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain, and I am excited to work on this some more, and get some stitches in her, because she is cute. So there we go. I talked a little bit about my plans for the next 2 weeks, as I was talking about some of my whips, but some of the things that I really want to focus on are the Newcastle Biscornu from Teresa Kogut, Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain. I only got 1 day in on that, so I want to get some more time on that. The Biscornu, I think I only did 2 days in the last 2 weeks. The Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola Crow. I haven't done any stitching on that, and I would like to meet my monthly goal on that, is to do like 1 section. I would really love to finish Halloween Snail by October 31st. We'll see about that. The Halloween Doodles, I think I can finish that. I wasn't making a ton of progress on it when I was stitching it, but those were like the few days like right before I got really sick, and then I didn't stitch it all the day that I got sick, and so hopefully the next time I pick that up, those stitches will go a little bit quicker. Once I finish that, I can start on Fun Guy from Satsuma Street. And then hopefully get to my Hildeboo from With Thy Needle and Thread. So those are my plans for October, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, please subscribe, hit the like button and subscribe below. I would love to see you guys again. Thank you all for joining me, and until next time, thanks, bye. What if I did something? I don't know how we can do that. Oh, okay. Let's see. Can we get them all? Can we get them all? That is backwards. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I do this? Maybe like this? Like this. Okay. That's cute, right? That's cute.